Hey everybody, I'm coming making this video message just to encourage all of you all who are abstinent, celibate, or you are a virgin. Periodically, I make these videos to not only encourage you all, but to let you know that you are not in your walk alone. Being a celibate man or woman, being an abstinent man or woman, being a virgin in these times that we are living in, when the world is hyper sexual, and everywhere we look, everywhere we turn, every time we log in, every movie or even commercials that we watch, just about for the most part, are talking about sex in some way, shape, or form. And it's very difficult to keep yourself from it, and it's very difficult to avoid it. But I want to just give you guys some pointers on things you can expect being on the walk of abstinence, celibacy, and being a virgin, because these things are not talked about. But I want to let you all know, again, you are not in this walk alone. Now, the minute you start telling people or you share with people that you are a virgin or abstinent or celibate, you are going to be accused of being a liar. I cannot tell you all how many times I have come across people who will lash out or attack me, or they will even begin to spread things around saying that I am lying. Or I've seen other people, whether they're in the kingdom or not. I've seen people who are not saved and they don't walk with God, but they are taking a stance of celibacy, abstinence, or they are still a virgin. And people will accuse you of being a liar, because you all have to understand, in the world that we live in, everybody is, well, not everybody, but the majority of people are having sex. Even people in the church, they are having so much sex. I have to be blunt. They are. These people are humping like rabbits. People in the church who are saved are doing it. Married people are not only having sex with other people outside of their marriage, but there are a lot of younger people, teenagers. They are doing it because that is the world that we live in. And because there is such a large amount of people who are unmarried having sex, and because it is thrown down our throats and in our faces, when anyone takes a stance and say, I don't believe in having sex outside of marriage, you will be accused of being a liar. You will be accused of making certain things up to make yourself appear like you are better. I always tell you guys, when you are different, and because you are living on a different system than the world, for those of you who are believers, you are going to be weird to people. You are going to be lame to people. People are going to label you crazy. You are going to be called a liar a lot. But be encouraged, and do not come off of your stance because you are concerned about what people are saying. Another thing that I want to let you all know, outside of being accused that you are a liar, when you decide to share with people for inspirational purposes that you are a virgin, abstinent, or celibate, you will have some people, and this is why I want to urge you all, especially my single ladies, you all have to be careful sharing that with certain men you come across. Now, I have heard sisters say, who are on this walk, that when they're dating a man, they immediately come out and tell that man that, because they don't want any surprises. I kind of I beg to differ on that. I don't conform to that, because I feel like once you let a man know that you are a virgin, or you are abstinent, or you are celibate, some men, unfortunately, they will work overtime to try to break you. What do I mean when I say break you? I mean, these men, not all, but some will try to break you to convince you that they really like you. Some will even lie and say that they love you. They will buy you gifts. They will spend a lot of time with you. They will treat you like you are the best thing that ever happened to them. And it's to bring you to a level of trust. It's to bring you to a level of comfort. And it's to bring you to a level where you are now breaking down your walls. You are breaking down your walls, and you will possibly get to the position and place where you will actually have sex with that man. I have seen it too many times. I have had women come to me and they will tell me how they have fallen and they didn't understand how they fell. And so I'm letting you ladies know, you cannot compromise. You need to really be praying and be led on if that particular man that you are dating, I don't care if he is saved. You need to be asking God, Lord, is it time to let this man know that I am a virgin? Is it time to let this man know that I am abstinent? Is it time to let this man know that I am celibate? Because you don't want a man to get his hopes up in thinking that you are willing to have sex or that sex is on the table because you all are getting acquainted with each other and you are dating. So just be led by that, because you don't want a man taking advantage of you. And you definitely, if you are a single man or woman and you have taken this stance, okay, you really need to be praying that God continues to give you your strength, because people are out for themselves now. And I keep telling you all, and I will say it again with all boldness, okay? People are out for themselves, okay? And so when somebody wants something, there are people out here that will set it up, they will set the stage, and they will do whatever it takes to get what it is that you have. People are attracted to you more. People are drawn to you more when you stand out and when you are different from everybody else, or when you are different from what they are accustomed to. And again, the darkness is attracted to the light. The darkness always wants what is untouched. The darkness always wants what is different. The darkness always wants what is pure. There are men walking around here and they have had a lot of back to back to back to back to back experiences, negative experiences with different women that have taken them through the ringer. There are men out here walking around. Women have gave them STDs. Women have cheated on them. They have caught women lying to them. They have caught women cheating. So if you are a woman that steps on the scene and you tell that man, you tell the wrong man, I'm a virgin, I'm abstinent, I'm celibate, you just better make sure that that is what you were supposed to do. Because if his character and his behavior and heart has not been tested, tried, and proven to be true, then you're gonna be on an uphill battle where that man is his whole behavior with you and everything that he does with you is because he has a motive, and the ultimate motive in his personal agenda is to get you in the bed and to get your pants down. So I want to let you guys know that. And fellas, it goes for you too. A lot of women, they are drawn and attracted to a man that's a virgin. They are drawn and attracted to a man, especially if you are an anointed man of God. If you are an anointed man of God and you are preaching, you are a prophet, you are a teacher, you can sing, you are a musician. I'm telling you all stuff that goes on in the kingdom and stuff that I've seen. Okay, they will try you as a man. They will try you because that is sexy to them. That is attractive to them. You hear about women. The world hears about women being more so in control and having more sexual discipline than men. Okay, I'm not saying men don't have sexual discipline, but when you hear about a man having discipline with his body, and with his penis, and when he stays to himself and that brother is about his business, he's about the kingdom, he's about working, he's about getting himself together, and he's not out here dating, and his name is not on the mouth of a lot of women find that man more attractive. He is now a hot commodity. Not a man that's playing games and manipulating. Not a man that is using his looks to bring in and seduce women. And men of all ages do this. It's not just the younger ones. It's men in their mid to late 20s and 30s, 40s and 50s and even 60s. They will play games, okay? So I'm just telling you, fellas, be careful, because there are women that will work overtime to try to take you down and get you to go to bed with them. And the same things that happen to you. Women have accused men and lied and said that a man took advantage of them. You all know what I'm talking about, the R word. And they've got mad when men won't sleep with them. Look what happened. I think it was Joseph in the Bible. He ran because somebody's wife was trying to sleep with him. Okay, so you all have to understand this stuff goes on. You have to use the wisdom to know who you share that with. Okay, and keep yourself covered. Pray that God keeps that mantle of your virginity and celibacy and abstinence over you. Okay, and then I want to let you all know something else that you can expect. I told you all you can expect certain people to try to play games with you and take advantage of you to go to bed with you. People are going to accuse you of being a liar about being on this walk. And I want to also let you all know that you are, I said it in another video, that you will experience rejection. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. It doesn't matter how handsome you are. It does not matter what you have accomplished in life or how anointed you are and cool you are. There are going to be people that reject you in the kingdom and out the kingdom because you are not willing to have sex with them. Ego is involved a lot in these type of things. When somebody's ego is in the way and they feel like, I'm the man, all the women want me. It's not hard for me to go to bed with a woman. I can break a woman. I've come across men like that. I've had general conversations with men where they will brag and talk about how a very anointed woman or a woman that was well known to have herself together, how they were able to go to bed with her. Men talk about this stuff, ladies, behind your back. Okay? And there have been women that bragged about breaking a man down and taking advantage of him. And her ego was involved and it made her feel good about herself. This stuff happens. So I just want to let you all know, you better be ready for this seat. I've told you guys over the years, but I always give these up-to-date video messages because I know some of you all out there, you know that the walk of celibacy, abstinence, and being a virgin, you know that this walk is not a game. Okay, because people automatically also assume we think that we're so high and mighty because we are on this walk and we don't go through anything. And I tell people all the time, I love men and I want to have sex. I want to have sex. So I don't understand why people feel like that on this walk you just such a prude that you don't have feelings and you don't have thoughts. Many times I have to go to God in prayer when I have nasty, lustful thoughts. What did you guys think? Did you guys think that you in this battle by yourself? You are not in this battle by yourself. I'm with you. I'm with you. I wish I could have a boyfriend and have sex, but it's not easy like that. On this walk, the Bible says flee sexual immorality. You have to flee this stuff. And this is why God wants you married. Now, you don't go and just marry somebody just because you want to have sex. We talked about that. But what I'm saying is that people sometimes will marry someone, or they will lie and tell someone, oh, I want to be married. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, because they want to break them down so they can have sex with them. And all I'm saying is, my brothers and sisters in the kingdom on this walk, stop compromising yourself. You cannot compromise yourself. Okay? You cannot. Briefly, a couple of years ago, it was a guy that I liked and I was kissing him and we were hugging. We did not have sex, okay? It didn't go deep into all the other stuff that y'all thinking about. I cannot say it on the video, but we were kissing and vibing, and you know what? God shut down production because God knew, had I kept, playing with fire with that, I probably would have fallen. I'm just being transparent with you guys. And I really liked him. And we was having deep, passionate tongue kisses. Okay? And I was strongly attracted to him. And I know he was attracted to me. But God hurried up and snatched me up out that situation. And I thank God for it. I went through for a while. I was really sad about that. But you know what? God is always going to protect his children. He knows when you are weak. And God always gives you a way out when you are in the midst of temptation. Stop compromising yourself. If you are dating, I don't really have a lot to say with that. That's an individual thing. You all have to go to God about that. I personally don't date because I understand when you date and you're spending time with someone and you're talking to them, the more you're going to start to like them and become attracted to them. And if I don't feel like I'm strong enough, then that's just not something in this season that I'm doing. It can always change. It could change tomorrow. It could change next week. It could change a month from now. But right now where I am, this is just not something that I'm setting out to do. Okay, it's in the hands of God. But that is beyond me. It's up to him. So stop compromising yourself. After the date, go home, ladies. Go home, fellas. Don't go to that man's house. Don't let that man come to your house. Okay, you guys gave each other a little smooch on the lips. Leave it at that. Leave it at that. Ladies, you can't be, unzipping your shirt and letting that man. You cannot go far with this stuff because it starts opening doors. So stay in the fight, my brothers and sisters. Be strong, but don't get discouraged by what the world makes you feel about yourself when you are on this walk. Let people think you a liar. Let them call you a liar. Let certain men, come and try to play a game with you, but you just be prayed up. So you can keep showing that man that with the hand of God on your life and with the power of God in you and that mantle he has placed on you, that it don't matter how fine a man is or how good he smell or how good he talking, you still not getting the draws. Okay? And fellas, it's the same thing. You don't care how fine that woman body is, how pretty she is, how good she smell, how smooth she talking. Baby, you still not about to go to bed with me. You all got to pay attention to these tricks that people do. You go out to dinner with them and you be foolish. You go to that man's house and he got his little incense burning and he got his little scented oil burning and he got the wine ready and he rubbing your feet and he's calling you and responding to your text messages. Yeah, we know the game. And so you all fall for that and you start to feel like, oh, I could trust him. He's different. I can give myself to him. I cannot tell you all how many anointed vessels of the Lord that have fallen. And if you have fallen, let me encourage you and let me say this to comfort you. You are not going to hell. God is going to forgive you. You can repent, start over. A righteous man falls a lot. But you don't stay there. You don't get comfortable. Get back up, my brothers and sisters. If you were a virgin or abstinent or celibate, I don't care how many years you was in the game, I'm telling you, if you have fallen and you find yourself having sex now and you're beating yourself up and you're crying about it and you are so embarrassed and ashamed, get back up, sis. Get back up, bro. Start over again. Wash yourself. Cleanse yourself. Get back in line. It's okay. It's okay. If I fall, I think that's something I would have to bring to you all, to be honest. I would have to be transparent about that. But I have not, by the grace of God. By the grace of God. But was I playing with fire like a year or two ago? Back in like 2021? I was. With a guy that I really liked. Like I said, it didn't go into OS. I can't say it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When I say OS, it didn't go into none of that on either end. But it was kissing. I let him touch the upper part of my body. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. And God dealt with me on that. I'm just telling you guys the truth. I have to tell you all the truth about that. And God pulled me right up out of that because I was vulnerable and I had grown really weak. But I have honestly been on my celibacy walk. It made 10 years, January the 13th of this year, that I have been celibate for 10 years. And I'm not saying it has been easy, but the longer you go without it, the better it is. That's just my take on it. So like I said, brothers and sisters, stay in a walk. Stay strong in your fight. When you feel yourself getting weak, you need to be praying. Don't set yourself up or set a stage where you can fall. Just don't do it. Watch what you watching. You all are watching a lot of these movies with heavy sex scenes and people having affairs and they having all this sex. You guys are watching these little shows and Love and Hip Hop, and you all are watching Love is Blind. Just all these shows where these people are having sex and they're having affairs and they have side chicks and side dudes, and you listening to this lustful music. Music carries a spirit, which is why people start to dance a certain way. Even in the kingdom, if you hear a certain gospel song, you start to worship a certain type of way. Did you guys think the same thing won't happen to you when you look at a certain video? Or you listening to certain music? If you listening to dirty music that's full of lust, that's full of seduction, ladies, you starting to feel sexy when you play a certain artist. And you in your mirror dancing nasty, or your clothes is off, and you got your fingers in your hair and you move in a certain way. That's a spirit. That's a spirit. That is a spirit. My brothers and sisters, you guys got, y'all gonna learn, because we gonna keep talking. But y'all get my point. Watch what you out here watching. Watch your ear gates, watch your eye gates. You can't watch every movie. You can't watch every show. It's a couple of shows on Netflix and Hulu I want to watch, but I know I can't because it's going to get in my spirit and I'm going to start thinking any type of way. I still got to battle that. And I still got to pray. Because a human being wants to be touched. We want the companionship. We want to be close to somebody. We want to be hugged. We want to be kissed. We want to be caressed. Don't feel ashamed or embarrassed about that. You don't have to be. But it opens so many doors if that man or woman is doing these things to you and they are not your husband or your wife. That's the video message. Well, guys, I gotta go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have been offended by anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not concerned. I am not worried about it because I know you will forgive me in the morning.